Hey everyone, and welcome to Brick Talk TV Live. Terry here again for you this Sunday afternoon, and today we're continuing the Venetian house build from the BrickLink Designer Program. So last week we finished the first section, which is this nice small house here, which featured an art gallery at the bottom with a spiral staircase that went up into a nice little apartment at the top. We had some fishing detail as well, and we opened up about 4 minifigures, I think it was, and a seagull, which is always nice to see. So today we're going to be continuing today, the rest of the build of this set. So we're going to be putting on this side, I think, of the canal, another larger building. We got up to bag 7 last week, so we're going to crack open bag 8 and we'll continue through. I think there's about 17 bags in here, so there's quite a few bags to get through. So also just a reminder that we put the Sanctum stream to start next week, so thanks for voting in the poll if you did, because then you've actually made it that we're going to do that next week, and that'll be probably a 2-part stream because of the size of it. And I've put a new poll up this morning so you can start to vote on what we build next. I think when I was looking at it before, I think Camp Nou or New Camp, the Barcelona stadium, was neck and neck with the Lion Castle, I think. So if you want to decide what we're going to build next, check out the poll and cast your vote. So let's go into Zoom build mode, and we're going to have a new base plate for this section, and it's going to be starting from the ground up. So we're going to do some tiling to start with and lay the foundations of our larger house on this side. We've got another lamp post already, that you can see. Empty these out. So, start with the base plate, and we're going to start putting some more of the canal in. So down in this bottom corner here, so we've got a couple of these blue plates. We've got a 2x6 and a 1x6, and we just start in the corner here with this 4x6. Then we put our 1x6, 2x6, and another 4x6 in here. Then we're going to put some sort of droplets on the water again, with little bubbles. So we've got 6 transparent 1x1 rounds tiles going in here. As I said last week, I think it would have probably been a bit better if we'd seen some Ninjago style tiling going over the water here, to give it that sort of more of a water look. But I suppose you could always modify it and do that afterwards. So there we go, we've got some 6 transparent ones, which are a bit hard to see. Hey Matthew, welcome back to the stream. Glad to see you back again. Morning Brandon. I'm well, thanks. Hope you are too. So then we're going to continue the blue plating up, so the canal again. So we've got some more 4x6s, 2x4, 1x4 and a 1x2 plate. And we're just going to continue up here in the same way. So we put 2 of these 4x6s on first, and our 2x4, 1x4, and in the middle here we'll stick our 1x2. Then we're going to continue on. So we've got a couple of these 4x6s, a 2x4 and a 1x6. Our 2x4 goes in first the other side, and we'll stick our 4x6s, and then our 1x6 at the top. So we've got a solid canal going down here, and then we're going to add 3 transparent. Oh, I'll say that, I've just thrown one on the floor. Where did that go? Did it go in the box? Okay, so you would normally add 3 transparent 1x1 rounds, but I've just dropped one on the floor, so I don't think. Do I have spares in here? Oh, I've got a spare. We're saved with a spare. That's what they're for. So we will put a 3rd one on, and it's going to go in about there. So a couple more bubbles shining on that. Then we're going to start doing some foundations for the first building. So we've got 3 dark tan masonry bricks, 1x2s and a 1x1. Start down here with a 1x2. And we'll leave a 4 stud gap, and again this is with the masonry decoration facing out towards the water. Then we get 5 more masonry bricks. Leave another 4 studs here, and then stick all of these next to each other. 4, 5. Then we're going to put some white on here, so we've got a 1x6 brick and a plate, and it goes 1 stud in just behind these masonry bricks. It's like a little staircase, like we did with the bridge last week. And then as we move up to the top here, we're going to stick another masonry brick 1x2 and a 1x1 next to it. Then a masonry brick at right angle, and then another Technic brick with the hole in it for our Technic connection just to go in there. Then we're going to continue across the top here, and we have another 6 dark tan masonry bricks. 3, 4, 5, 6. We do have a Technic brick again, and we should have a 1x1 as well. So we're going to put 5 bricks across the top here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have our Technic brick. Then we have our 1x1, and then we'll put the masonry brick coming in again, just into there at right angle. Then we're going to do some tiling out here, so sort of a bit of a path going on. So we have a 1x8 tan tile, got 1x6 in light bluish grey, put a 1x1 and a 1x2 in light bluish grey, and then a couple of tan 1x2 tiles, and hopefully a 1x1. So we stick the 1x2 tile in first, go there and there. Then our 1x8 is going to go in. Then we have a bit of a curb, so we've got a 1x1 in the bluish grey, 1x2 and a 1x6, and our 1x1 tan goes 1 stud in from the end there. Matthew, morning's not going too bad actually. I did some DIY this morning. Well, I say that, I supervised some DIY this morning, and had to put a glass shelf up underneath the TV cabinet, so not quite Lego, but I've got a week off work this week, which will be good. I may do a random stream in the week as well, so keep an eye out for that. Got a few small sets I'd like to build, like the James Bond car, and what's the other one I've got? Oh, and the Fast and Furious Speed Champion set. I do want to build those, so I might do a stream for that. So we're just going to put some more tiling down here and a couple of 1x1 plates. How's your morning been, Matthew? You been good? Then we're going to put, like we did on the other side, these cones, these white cones, to create another barrier. On top of the cones we've got a golden chain that goes on top. There's a little fence. So that this chain's a bit tangled up. It's tangled up that end. There we go, it's better. So now we've got the chain going on the side there. So we've got a little fence, and now we're going to continue the tiling down this path. So another couple of 2x4s, 1x6 in light bluish grey, and a 1x1 in dark tan. So just continue down this path. I'll straighten that up a little bit, and then a 1x6, continue a curve down here. And we've got a few more tiles. So this time we put a 1x8 grey tile, slightly indented in down here. Then next to the 1x1 we put a 1x4, 2 of those. A 1x6 continues the curve there, and then these 2x4s continue the path. We're going to do some more detail around here, so we've got a orange 1x8 tile this time, 4x4, we've got a couple of 1x2s and 1x2 plates. And that one. So then we get the 1x2 tan tile, stick that sideways, 1x4, and then do another one to end it off, so it's like a doorway. So then we stick our 4x4 plate in the middle, and then after that we'll stick this bright orange tile in, 2 studs either side, and then we'll put these 1x2s just either side, there and there. Next up, we're continuing the tiles. We're going to come down this side, so 1x8 there, 5x6, a couple of 1x1s as well. So just coming off from this 1x2, we're going to put this 1x8 tan 1x6 there and a 2x2 just to continue here. Stick a little 1x1 in there, and then the same on the inside over on that area there. We're continuing again with the path outside. Got a little grill piece to put in this time for a drain, I guess, and maybe need a 1x2 dark tan tile. There he is. Right, so our 2x4s continue down here. Then we're going to leave, well, put our curb in, but leave 4 studs here, probably where the lamppost is going to go. We'll put our 2x2 in, then we put our 1x2 tile, and then our drain just goes in next to that. And then we'll just finish off the sort of path area here. So we've got 1x6, 1x2 on the end. Some 2x4s to go in here, 2x2, then we have our last 1x2 dark tan, goes next to that. And then a 2x4 goes in there, but I can't see a 2x4. It's underneath the door. This it is. So there we go. So we continue that path now all the way down. We're going to add a bit more here to continue the tiling. So we've got a 1x6, then we've got a 1x1 at the end and a 1x2 next to that. So just finish that bit off, and then we've got some tan tiling which is continuing here, so we stick a 1x8 in, stick the 1x1 in the gap there, and then we've got a 1x4 and a 1x3. 1x3 comes down here, then we'll leave a 4 stud gap and put the 1x4 in. And we're going to put some bricks in here, so this is probably where the window is going to go. So we've got 3 1x2s and a 1x1. Just stick the 1x1 and the masonry 1x2 next to each other there with the bricks facing onto our path, and stick another 2 there. Then we're going to come across here now, across the bottom, and do what we did the same on this side. So a series of masonry bricks and a couple of Technic bricks for connection purposes. The Technic brick goes on the end and 2 studs in from that end, and then the rest of this is going to get filled up with masonry bricks, with the bricks facing outwards. Like that. Oh, put one the wrong way round. So So now at this end we've got the Technic bricks there, same on that end, so we can connect this like you do with other modulars with other things. Now we're going to, on these studs here, we're going to start doing a bit of a checkered floor. So we've got 3 of these bright orange 1x1s, and then a couple of medium nugget, or 3 medium nugget coloured ones, and we're going to make a 2x3 checkered grid on here, just like that. Of course all of these are wonky, so let's see if I can try and straighten those out with the separator. There we go, beautiful. And then now we're going to continue the checkered pattern over here, so another 3 of each of those colours. 2, 2, 3, 3, and just continue. And these will go in a bit wonky, and I'll use the separator to line them up. That side and that side, beautiful. And we'll just come into the front now. So again, this is checkered as well. This time it's 2 of each colour. Just goes in there. Straighten that out. And to finish this off, the last 2 sets of each colour. And we'll fill in these studs here. Maybe this is the entrance way to the next building, don't know, we'll find out. There we go. That's all checkered up. And then either side of that we've got a couple of corner bricks, the 2x2s here. This is going to go in that side and on that side. Then we're going to build the, put that to the side, we're going to build the sort of door hinge now. So we get a 1x2 plate, stick another one on top, so 2 plates together, and then just stick a normal 1x1 brick to make this L shape. Then we'll stick a 1x1 with a clip in facing upwards, and then on top of that we'll stick a 1x2. So we're going to use the same door as we used on the other side last week. Then a plain 1x1 goes on top, another 1x1 with a clip on next to that for the hinge, and then we'll stick a 1x2 plate on top of that. Then another one that kind of gives us our hinge. Then we've got this door, and we're going to stick a window insert in there, gold one, and we've got, well, we would have a key. Again, is in the spares we used last week, so they put the key in the door. Sort of the door handle there, just goes in there and then clips into our hinge. So there we go. Bring back in what we've built, that's going to go on top here now. Give us our little entrance way. But I'm not sure about what I'm going to get next for my next set. I've maxed out my staff discount now as well, which is not good. So I've got to wait till the end of the year before I get another allowance. But I might get the lighthouse. I'm tempted by the lighthouse. I'm not sure yet. Don't know if anyone else has built the lighthouse. If it's any good. I think I'd quite like to do that. The large Bowser looks cool as well. I'm tempted by that, but I might have to get that next year. So we're just putting another column together in white here, and that's going to go, of course, on the opposite side of our doorway. And then we're going to get 2 large arch pieces, and then just go over the door, connecting these 2 columns that we just made. So now our doorway looks like this. A large gap around the door, so we need to put some detail, and then we'll start with some 1x1s with the studs on the side, and then we'll stick a 1x1 on top here. Now Matthew, I don't get paid by YouTube, I don't monetize my channel at the moment, so I don't get any revenue. I think YouTube do put some adverts on my channel for some videos, but I don't actually get money for that yet. So we're just continuing putting some 1x1s up here, a couple more 1x1 plates. And this is going to be a decorative column that we're going to add somewhere. Then a couple more 1x1s with the 1 studs on the side, and then a normal 1x1 on top. So we have this tall skinny column like this, and we're going to stick now some tiles on these studs just to give it some decoration. So we have a 1x1 white, and we'll stick a medium nugget 1x2 on. So it's only held on by 1 stud, so you kind of need to get an even gap here, and then we'll just continue this pattern as we go up to make it look like that. And of course we need to make 2 of these, so there's our first one. Let's make our next one. The 1x1s, studs on the side, then our plates, another plate, then a couple of more 1x1s with the studs on the side, a couple more plates. Push this down to line it up a bit because it's getting a bit wonky. A couple more ones with the studs, and then a normal 1x1 on top of that. So there's another column, and then again same tiling again for the pattern. Trying to get a sort of even gap between the 1x2 tiles. There we go, so we've got two columns now. So go back to what we had earlier, we're going to stick those just on the other corner brick stud we've got showing either end. Trying to move the tiles, so now the outer bit looks like this. And then at the top we get 2 lots of 2x3 bricks, stick them on top of each other, stick them either side of the doorway. Then we're going to do our lamp post, so standard lamp post stem. Again we've got this sort of minty green coloured minifigure head and a white dish, stick that on top, and that goes in to our 4 studs here. And that's the end of bag 8. Got three bags in set 9. Matthew can say, I don't think I've ever looked at glass blowing as a hobby or as an interest. So got some more structure to put on here. So around the front we've got these 2 studs here, on each side, and we're going to build a sort of a little column that's going to go on here. So we start with this 1x2x2, and on top of that we're going to stick 2 1x2 log bricks. Create something like this, and then they're going to go either side. So do 2 lots of these, if I can find another 1x2x2. Probably staring me right in the face. It's underneath a chair. So do another one of those and stick that on the other side. So the front is starting to look like this. Then we're going to add another log brick to each of those columns. And then we stick another arch piece over the front of that, just to cover up the sort of gap we've got going around the door. Then put that to the side. We're going to build 2 of these. So we start with a 1x1. We'll do 2 1x1s because we've got to do 2 of these, and then we'll also need to stick on a 1x1 round brick. Just doing a little bit of architectural detail. So stick that onto that. So we've got something like this. Then onto that we'll stick one of these 1x1 toothed pieces facing down, and on top of that we'll stick a 1x1 round plate. Gives us this kind of detail. Let's just do the other one. So then we've got 2 of those, and they go either side of our archway that we've stuck on. Give us some, there you go, some architectural detail now over the tops of the doorway. Then running across here, just this front here, we're going to stick some 1x2s with a handle on. So these white 1x2s, they're going to go right across the archway. And one more. There we go. So now that's looking quite cool. Then on top here we're going to actually stick some curved bricks, these bricks, either ends, 2 of those. There's one, what's the other one? Like that, other end. Let's put that to the side. And we need to start with a 2x3 plate. We're going to stick a 2x2 brick on top of that, and then a 2x2 plate on top of that, and another 2x2 plate on top of that. End up with this, and that's going to go into the middle bit here that we've got to complete that sort of archway there. Now we've got these 2 studs in the middle here which we can do something with. So what we'll do is we'll stick a arched window frame, a white one, like this, and we'll stick a gold insert into that, if I can find it. That's my fly. stick that into the middle of the window. That's going to go in between our two curved pieces, and then on the studs on top of our curved bricks we're going to stick some more of these 1x1 tooth pieces. There's one, there's the other. So now tops of the doorway looking like that, like little shields hanging down. Now we're going to do some windows, or a window. So to start with, we get a 2x4 plate in white. We're going to stick a 1x4 plate across the back, and then onto that a 1x4 brick. Then at the front here we've got, hopefully, two 1x1 with studs on the side to go in either end. And in the middle we'll stick a normal 1x2, and then to level up the top area we get some 1x2s with the slider. Stick those on top, so we've got something like this. Then we'll stick a white tile 1x2 in the middle, and in the front we're going to stick curved brick. If I can find one. There it is. That just goes into the front. It's a similar design to what we had last week. It's looking like that so far. Then in the background we're going to add 4 windows. So we've got the longer windows here. And we need to stick the glass in. So these go 2x2 on the back, like this, and then we're going to stick smaller ones on top. So we've got 2 of those with a small piece of glass insert. Here's the other one. So they go on top of what we've already got, like this, and then at the top we're going to stick a 1x4 plate just to connect these two because they're a bit sort of flimsy at the moment. So that goes across like that, and then in the front here where we've got these studs we're going to stick some of these columns, one on each side. Like this. Then put that to the side a moment. Get a nice little arch here. We're going to stick some 1x1 rounds in white into the bottom. 2. Stick another one on each side again, like this. And then that inserts then on top of our 2 columns, hopefully. Just like that. And if we bring back in what we've got so far, this window is going to go on this side. Just like that. So now the front is looking like this. Slide that to the side. We're going to build the wall. Again, it's always funny the way that this set seems to build the walls, but we don't build them directly onto the base plate. So we first start with the 1x2 with studs on the side and stick a tile on top. We then have a medium nugget masonry brick, overhangs by 1 stud, stick a 1x1 into that, and then we get a log brick in white, put that in at a right angle to give us a corner. And from there we stick a 1x8 into the bottom there and into the top. Then we stick another one in the bottom. Then we have a 1x6 on the top, and then we stick a log brick on top of that. Then we do our other corner here. So our 1x2 with studs on the side of the tile goes into the bottom at a right angle. Then we stick a masonry brick on top of that, and then we finish with a 1x1 medium nugget brick there. So we've got the corner that side, corner that side. Then we'll do the same again, so get another couple of 1x2s, stick the tile in, stick that each end. Then we've got two 1x8s, we'll just go right across like that. Give us another row on the wall. Then we've got a log brick that goes on either end. Then a 1x8 and a 1x6 goes in. Then each end we're going to stick our 1x1s in, and then we stick a masonry brick on top. Then we do the same again, 1x2 with studs on the side. They go in each end. And we plug the 1x1s in, and then we stick 1x8s in all across there. Then the log brick again, each end. And then a 1x8 and a 1x6. Finish off with some masonry bricks each end. One there and down this end. I'm not sure if I like this way of building walls, or whether I prefer like a bit sticking on the actual base plate and coming together. So stick our 1x2s with the studs on the side again, each end. We'll stick 1x1s in there next to that in medium nugget. And then we've got two 1x8s going across the middle. So the wall's getting taller. Then we need a couple more log bricks. There's one, there's two. And it's a 1x8 and a 1x6 again. Then we've got masonry bricks. It's just repeating the pattern again and again. And hopefully, I think this is the last bit. We'll do some 1x8s across the middle. And our 1x2s. And 1x1s. So I think that, yeah, that's the end of the wall. So that's the wall from the boring side, and then each end we've got this masonry detail, and same on that side. And on this side it's just a white wall with these log bricks interspersed in between. So this is going to actually go across this side of the wall here. So we're going to just hopefully stick that in. So now the front of the building is looking like this, and the side's just plain old white. Next up, we're doing a corner kind of piece. So we start with these angled piece here, and then we stick 3 more on top of each other. 1, 2 and 3. So we've just got a column of those. On top we then stick one of these plates, and then onto that we're going to stick a plant, and the plant's going to be a black 1x1 round with a leaf piece on top. And that is going to go on the inside of the wall we've just built, and it's going to go in the corner here. Just like that. So there we go. One plant is built so far. Then we're going to build a minifigure. So we have this gentleman here. Got black legs, black waistcoat with some blue detail. He's got these sort of greying beard and grey hairpiece. Looks like a businessman maybe. And he's going to be standing next to the plant we just stuck in. So he's in position. Then next to him we're going to get 2 corner bricks, stick them together. And on top of one side we'll put a tile, so we get this, and this is going to go, where are we, 1 stud over 3, about there. It's going to go about there, just next to where the minifigure's standing. Then we get 2 of these angled bricks, stick them together, and that goes just in front. Make like this counter area here, and onto that we're going to stick one of these tiles. Seems a bit weird, but yeah, that's what we do. Stick that on there. We stick a 1x1 plate next to that, so you can see it's looking like that. Put that to the side a moment. We're going to make, like, I don't know, a computer or a till or something. So we get a bracket upward facing a dark bluish grey. We've got a 2x2 printed with a computer on, and a 1x2 plain tile in dark bluish grey. That's going to go on our 1x1 plate we stuck on here, facing our angle. We'll go about there. So there he is at his desk. Then next to it over here we're going to stick 3 1x1 plates. So we'll leave a 3 stud gap between the desk, stick 1 in there. Then I think 1 goes there, and 1 goes about there. I think they're in the right place. Then we're going to make a table and chairs, so we stick 1 normal or 2 normal white minifigure chairs on there. We then get a 1x1 brick on the other one, and we'll stick a 2x2 white tile on top. So you can see people can sit down, have a drink or something, whatever this is going to be. Then we're going to build a bookshelf, or something like that. So we'll start with a 1x8 slider plate. We'll stick some 1x1 bricks each end. Then across the top here we'll stick a 1x6 tile with a 1x1 plate each end like this. Then we get a 1x1 3/4, stick a plate on top of that, and then onto the side studs here we're going to stick a black 1x2 plate, a brown brick, and a white plate and a yellow tile. Standard shelf configuration that goes on top. So there's our shelf starting here. Then on the other side, same practice with the 1x1s. Then we're going to put a dark grey brick, sand blue 1x1, medium azure one, and then a black tile on the end. That's going to be the other side of our shelf there, with a gap in the middle. Then we repeat that, so we get another one of these sliders, stick a 1x6 tile in, stick some 1x1 plates, then we'll stick that on top. This is our next shelf. Our next one, we're going to stick a 1x1 with a stud on the side and a normal 1x1 in first, and this time we're going to put a rod into that like this, and then on the other side more coloured bricks. So this time we start with a black, black 1x2, then it says a white 1x2 plate, and we've got our brown brick, and then we end with a medium nugget tile that goes on the other side. Next shelf again. This time we get another one of these with studs on the side. We'll stick a cheese wedge on top this time for like the top. Then we've got a dark 1x2 and a tile that goes in the top, and then on the other side same with this cheese wedge on top. And then we start with a blue plate, we've got a sand green plate, medium blue 1x1, yellow, black plate, dark orange 1x2, and then we finish with a reddish brown tile, and that goes on top there. So there's our little bookcase. This is going to go behind our seats here, just at the back, about there. So you can see our bookcases in. That's the end of bag 9. So starting to put some detail in. Let's open bag 10. Some more minifigures in this bag by the look of it. So to kick us off, we're going to start with 2 windows. So similar that we did on the last set of bags. So we'll do this. We'll do the 2 together. Start with the 1x2s, or sorry, 2x4s even, in plates. Across to the back, stick a 1x4 plate on each, and then a 1x4 brick goes on top. 1x4. Then in the front we're going to stick a normal 1x2 brick in the middle and stick our 1x1s with studs on the side either end, and top it again with a 1x2 with a slider plates like that. Do the same with this one. We get our 1x2s with sliders on top again, and then to finish it off, next up we'll stick our curved brick at the front and a white tile just at the top, 1x2. Oh, not that one, that's got something printed on it. Need a plain one, goes in the middle, and then we get our curved brick to go in the front. So we've got the same style of window base, same for this one. Then we're going to get our windows, so each one's got 4 of these taller windows. Then we just need to insert the glass pieces. Stick these on like 2x2 like this, and then we'll do the other one. And last one. Same again on this one, and then like we did on our last set of windows, we'll finish off with 2 smaller ones on each side. One on each side there, same on this one, and then we'll top it with a 1x4 plate just to stop it from being wobbly on that side. And here's the other one. There's another one. Oh, do that as I snap it off, put that back on. So there's our windows at the moment. Next up though, we're going to stick some columns at the front like we did on the other side. So these go either side of our 1x2 tile. Just like this. And then like the other window, we get 2 arches, and into the bottom of the arch stick 2 1x1 rounds on top of each other into the base. And that goes on top of our columns. Sweet. So I'll smash it to smithereens. So I'm trying to do it on the side way, stick from the top. Yep, that's correct. So there's one, and then we'll do the other one. So there's our two windows. Bring back in our building, then these are going to go at the front here in these 2x4 gaps. One in there, one in here. So I'll go to the wider canvas. This is kind of where we're at the moment. You see the front is looking quite grand, bit of architectural detail coming along, and then inside we just started to put some detail in there. So I'm going to build another wall with a drain pipe that's going to go outside. So we're going to some 1x4 masonry medium nugget ones. Start with that, stick a 1x2 on top. Then we've got a 1x1 and we have a 1x1 with stud on the side. Then we stick 4 1x4s, 2, 3 and 4 together. Then we stick another one in there, 1x2, normal 1x1 and another one with the stud on the side, and then there should be one more 1x4. So there's our wall. Into those studs on the side we're going to stick some Technic claws. This will give us something to attach the drain pipe to. And the drain pipe is made from one of these pieces, which will stick one of those pieces into there. Then in the top we stick another one of these pieces in, and then we stick a tile like this. This is giving us a drain pipe. Then we'll clip that into position there. Come back to the model then. That's actually going to go between our windows, just between here. So if I squeeze that in, we have the drain pipe running down between the windows. Now some more internal detail, I think. Start with a 1x6 brick. I've got one of these corner type art bricks. Stick a 3x3 plate onto the end, and then this goes into the far corner. Then we'll stick another 3x3 on here and repeat the process. Sort of gives us a table type thing. Then on top we're going to stick a panel piece, a 1x4 one like this, and then we've got two corner panels go each end. Then we repeat the same on the opposite side. If I can find the panel piece, where's the panel piece? There it is, laying down, couldn't see it. Goes on the opposite side, put the corners in again. There's the other corner, there it is. So we end up with something like this. Then what we're going to do is we're going to fill up that central piece. So we start with a 2x2 reddish brown plate into the back. We'll stick this sort of dark orange 1x2 and a normal white 1x2 plate. Then we stick a tan coloured 2x2. We have a magenta coloured 2x2, and we have printed newspaper. Tile goes on the front there. And around this end we're going to stick in a 1x1 bracket and cover that top stud there with a tile. into the bottom of it we'll stick a 1x1 plate like this, and then if we go in here, this is going to then go onto the stud in the middle there, so it's attached. We've got like a rack of magazines maybe. Then we do the same for the other end, so this time we get the instructions show a printed piece of paper in a sort of tan colour. We'll stick two 1x2 white plates into the back. Bracket goes in again with the tile. Another plate, and we'll stick that into the other side like this. We've got a selection of magazines by the look of it. So come back here, that's going to go in position there. Then we've got to do another bookcase. I'm not sure if this is a library or what this is yet. I can't remember what it said it was in the set. Start with a 2x6 plate, and we're going to stick some 1x2 white plates into the base of that. There's one, there's two, little legs. Then we're going to get some 1x2s with sliders on, plates, two of those facing one way, two facing the opposite way, like this. Other end, we're going to stick some 1x2 bricks, and into the middle here we're going to stick some 2x2 jumper tiles in whites as well. Onto those we've got some different coloured panel corner pieces. We've got a blue one and a grey one. Just position these at some angles inside, and then we stick a 1x2 brick each end. So we've got a bookcase of knickknacks or something here. Then we stick another 2x6 across. We'll stick a 1x2 plate at one end, and we stick a 2x4 tile in the middle there. Then coming off this, we'll stick a 1x2 1/3, studs on the side, and a 1x2 on top of that, and a double cheese wedge on top of that. So something like this. Then we get a brown 1x2, stick a white plate 1x2 on top, and a blue plate on top. Then we have a black 1x2 and a reddish brown 1x2 tile. We'll stick that on the back two studs there. Then we get a black 1x2 plate, stick a yellow one on top. Then we have a dark red 1x1, a magenta 1x1, stick an orange 1x2 plate onto that, and a reddish brown tile on top there. That then actually goes in front on the other studs, so it looks like it's a staggered shelf of some description. Then on the other side we stick a 1x2 another 1x2, and a double cheese wedge on top. If I can find one. There's another shelf there. We come back in to our model. This one is actually going to go behind the drain pipe wall that we created. So it's looking like this at the moment. More furniture. So we're going to do some steps or something here in yellow. So we get a 2x6 and a 2x4 at right angles with each other. And we'll stick a 1x3 across there to connect them together. Then we have a 1x4 and a 1x2. Then we connect them with this big semicircle or quarter circle brick. Then we take this, and this is going to sit actually in this corner area here, just by the bookcase we just stuck in. So that's in there. Then we do another bookcase. Start the same way, 2x6, and stick some 1x2s into the bottom for the legs. Then we'll stick our 1x2 with sliders on. Again, back to back in the middle. And yeah. Then we've got a 2x2 jumper, and then a couple of 1x2 jumpers as well. On there, and one more goes on there. On this 2x2 one, we're going to stick a reddish brown 1x1 round, and then we have a white ball somewhere. There it is. A white ball goes on top there. Next up, we get a printed newspaper tile, 2x2. And we're going to stick that into a 1x2 with 2 studs on each side, and we'll stick the same on the back. So we have a double-sided newspaper that's going to go then on the other jumper tiles like this. Do our 1x2x2s again on each side, and then stick a 1x2 on top of each of those. Then we've got our next 2x6 shelf. We'll stick a 2x4 tile in the middle and a 1x2 plate at the end again. And we'll do what we did before, another 1x2 1/3, 1x2 and a double cheese wedge on top. Another stack of books or something. So we start with a black 1x2. Stick a white plate on top of that, then a dark bluish grey plate on top of that, then a yellow dark orange brick should I say, and a reddish brown tile that goes on the back 2 studs again on our shelf. Then we've got a 1x2 brown and yellow, 1x1 dark blue and reddish brown, and then we've got a black tile to finish that off. That goes on the front studs there. Then we stick a 1x1 and put a plate on top of that on this side. Then we've got a 1x1 with studs on the side, and on this side we stick sand blue, reddish brown, and the stuff there is we stick a 1x2 on the end. Got that bit. Then we stick that on there like that, so we get some more effects of some books on there. And then we put a 1x2. I'll stick a 1x1 first to level this side off, then a 1x2 and a double cheese wedge again, and that finishes this bookshelf off like this, double sided. And so if we come back in here, that's going to go across here this time. What I did forget, no one told me about. I'm sticking this last quarter piece in there. And that one goes on top. So yeah, this one then goes across about there. So now in this sort of library we've got a seating area here enclosed with shelves. Then I think we'll do another staircase, another spiral staircase. So again we start with these 1x4 orange plates, stick a 1x3 tile on, 1x1 orange brick round. That's going to be the base, and that's going to go, by the look of it, about there. If I put these things in the right place, then we're going to slide that back, and we're going to build 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these, all the same. So I think this is the school, so it's like a library at the bottom of the school. So, got 5 of those. We'll stick them on top of each other. Spiral formation, like this, and of course finish off with another one without the 1x1 round brick. Something like this, and then goes on top of our base one. So we end up with a spiral staircase in the middle of the library there. Then we're going to make some students. So we've got some short minifigure legs, pink top, a smiling child's face, and a large round hair piece. There's one. She's actually looking, no, she can't see it, at the records. And we have a child sitting down reading a book. So he's got the penny top on, smiling face with freckles, gingery hair there. He's going to read a book. So we've got one of these book pieces. If I can clip it together. And we've got Once Upon a Time tile inside. He's sitting reading the book. And he's on the yellow seating area at the top there. So that's the end of bag 10. So I'll go on the white camera so you can see. School library starting to play out now. Child sitting there reading, one looking at these magazines, librarian in the corner, various bookcases then stacked around. So, bag 11. Got some more windows. So this next one we're going to build three of. So we need 3 1x4 bricks. third one. There it is. And then these get topped with a 2x4 plate. Looks like this L shape. So go into zoom mode. So we'll stick these on top of each other, here and here. And in the front, actually, we're going to stick some dark tan masonry bricks, 1x2s. So they go into our plate. Here and here. And one more. And then in the front, like we've done on the others, on this front row here, we're going to stick a 1x2 tile white one. On there, there, and there. So there's our base for our 3 windows. We've got 4 of these longer windows for each window. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. We've got to stick all the glass inserts in for these. And then they're arranged in a 2x2 formation again, like that. One more insert here. And there. And one more insert somewhere. There it is. Come here. Like that. So we've got 3 windows there. Add again 2 little ones onto each. Just put the inserts in. They're all like that, and then again, same with the other windows, we're going to use the columns. So we've got 2 of these columns go either side of our tile that we stuck in. So they're all ready, and then we do our arches as always. So 3 arches, and we'll stick the 1x1 rounds into the bottom, 2 on each side. And then these go on top of our columns. Go there. 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 Then on top at the back here we're going to stick 1x4 plates on. And at the bottom. And these are going to go across here by the water side. Goes in there, and there. So there's our windows on the side there. I'll do a widescreen again in a minute. Got another drain pipe type corner to build here. So we start with, it's going to be a tricky one. Start with a masonry brick next to 1x1. Another 1x1 goes into that one. And we've got a 1x1 with a stud on the side, goes into the 1x2. And a normal 1x1 next to that. And then we connect the two together with another masonry brick. Not the easiest start. Then we stick another 1x1 there, another masonry brick, another one there, and there. Masonry brick, 1x1. Like that, and then we get our technicals as we've done before. Stick those in those holes there. And then just as it is, this is going to attach next to this second window. Go next to it, just there. Push that to the side. We'll then get 4 1x1s and stick those together. All like that. Then we stick another 3. And this column then goes on the opposite side of the gap, just goes in there. This is going to be another doorway, that's why. So we'll start with a 1x1 normal brick this time, then a one with a clip, so we can do the hinge for the door. Another 1x1 again, and then another one with a clip. If I can find it, where is it? Clip. It is on its side, so that's a column for the door. Get the door into position, and there's an insert again in the window, and we've got another gold key goes into the door there as well. Then with that in position, we stick a large, that one, need a larger one. Stick a large arch there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 there, fair enough. And then we have a 1 by 1, and then a longer 1 by 1, 1 by 3 next to that to create the other side of the archway. Then on top here we're going to stick a 2 by 6 plate across the arch. We'll stick a 1 by 6 plate on top of that, and then across here we'll stick 3 1 by 2 with a slider in all the way across like this. It's weird because the door won't actually shut, so I'm not quite sure. Oh, I see. It's me being silly. Clips are on the outside, so the door closes like this. That's why it didn't work. So with that done, then we stick another 1 by 6 on top here, and on these studs at the front we've got 3 double cheese wedge in orange. Just go across here. Now with that in place, if we come back where we sort of started to do these steps earlier, this door is then going to fit, hopefully, if the key doesn't keep falling out, flush with that entranceway. Ooh, I can't stick the door key back in. So now that doorway is also on the side. Ooh, try and show you, there you go. So you can see the door's in position. Now we're going to stick 2 1 by 4 masonry bricks just across the top here. Secure this in place. And we've got another set of masonry bricks. Do another row of those, and then we're going to do our drain pipes again. So you get one of these pieces, stick one of these into the base. It's going to clip into our technicals on the outside. Then we're going to build another quick wall. So this time we get 5 1 by 4 masonry bricks, stick them together, 3, 4, 5. Then we stick another 4 on top. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then we're going to stick those between this window over here. So we're kind of looking like this now on the waterfront. And then we're going to build another wall then that goes across the back. So to do that, we get these 1 by 2s again with the studs on the side, stick a tile on the studs, and there'll be a masonry brick and a 1 by 1 goes into the bottom there like this. And at a right angle we do a log brick like that. So this is the start of our wall as per usual. Then we stick some 1 by 8s on here, another 1 by 8, 1 by 6, another log brick, with a masonry brick, and then our 1 by 1. So there's our sort of shorter wall that's going to go along the other side, and now we just need to keep building it up. bricks again. 1x6 and a 1x8 then. And this time we're going to put a 1x3 in here, and then we've got a couple of 1x1s with studs on the sides for a change. So the wall looks like this with these studs here now. Add the masonry bricks each end. More 1x8s. Another one. Masonry bricks again. This is like nearly the top of this wall. I think this is the end. Stick these 1x8s in here, and then where we've got the studs on the wall here, we're going to stick a printed clock to go on the wall of the classroom or the library. And then if you bring back in our model, this is now going to fill in this wall here, hopefully. There we go. So now you can see from the top the details of the classroom / library. We go on to bag 12 now, which will be starting to do the next level and finishing off this bit here. So I'll go to the wide camera. So here's the front where we had the path at the start of the build. Then round the back we've just finished off here, the access to the waterway, you can see the drain pipe and the extra windows. And then inside you can see the classroom or the library. It's all enclosed now, come together. So let's go back to also need 3 additional oversized pieces, 2x16s in white. Right, so to start us off then, we're going to build some weird looking staircase type thing. So we start with a light bluish grey 2x4. We'll stick a 1x4 dark tan tile onto this. Then we'll stick another 2x4 on. If I can find it. Where is it? There it is. Stick that on in a stepped fashion like that, and we'll stick another 1x4 dark tan tile. But I can't find it. Sure I didn't leave it in the bag. Yep, me being blind, must be, there it is. It's hiding under a 1x6. So stick that on top there, like this. Then we're going to get an arch. We're going to stick a 2x4 on top, a tile. And then into that we'll also stick a 1x4 plate and stick that on here, so you can see how we've got a funny bridge type step, and that's like going to be a little pier. So if you remember at the front here where we had the doorway, this is actually going to then connect into these two holes we've missed here and the doorway. Anyway, that's it. So we've got a little way to step out onto a gondola, drop the kids off. Then we're going to get a 2x6 and a couple of corner white bricks. What we need to do here is just finish off building this area up here. Stick the 2x6 in here, couple of our corner bricks. Then we've got to put some plates in, so we need a 1x4, 1x3, got a 1x2 and a corner plate. There's the 1x2. So just plating up around here, start with a 1x2. Then we've got a 1x3, just secures the windows in place. Corner and a 1x4. Then we have a long tile there, another corner one, plate, sorry, not corner, tile. Corner one and a 1x4. Then another long one. And another 1x4. Another long one. Then we've got a corner again. One by 4. Another long one here. And then a corner there. Then we have another long plate going across the front, and then a 1x3 goes in there. Then we put a 2x8 plate across the doorway. And have some corner plates going above the window with a 2x2 white plate in the middle. plate and a 1x1 which goes into this corner bit. Another one and another 1x2. Then we've got a 2x4 here at the back for the window, then a longer 1x8. Then we're actually going to do the spiral staircase again. So let's hold that for 40 seconds. Get a 1x4, we'll stick a 1x3 white tile on top of that. Then we'll stick a couple of 1x1 rounds. Then a 1x1 round orange brick into the bottom. And then we add that to our spiral staircase. Just there. Then to attach the spiral staircase to the wall, we get a 1x6 plate. I think I missed, I did. After this, actually I need to do a 1 stud gap and put a 1x1 in just down here. Just correcting that, and then this 1x6 comes across, connects to our spiral staircase. We'll stick a 1x1 round tile there, and then a 1x4 tile to complete our step. Then on our windows again, 2x4s in white just above, 1x4 in the middle there. Then we have a 1x3, 1x6. We have another large plate, and a 1x3 at the other ends. Another 2x4 there, and a 1x3 behind that. Then the front here we do 2x2, and we've got 2 corner plates. That's it. So we've gone all the way around now. Put extra plates on top. We can start to tile this now as we finish off this level. So start here in the corner with a 1x4 modified tile with 2 studs on. Then we come across here with a 1x6 tile. We have a corner tile, goes on there. Then a 2x4 white tile, go across the doorway. Then moving down this way, we go for a regular 1x4, then a 1x6, finish off again with another modified 1x4 stud showing, then we have a 1x8 goes across, another modified 1x4, then a 1x8 and another one. Then we'll have another modified 1x4. I need a 1x2 to go in this gap. Then a 1x8 down here. That's for 1x6, my bad. Ooh, take that off. It's actually a 1x6, it comes down here, then we've got a 1x4 and another modified one with the 2 studs. Then next to this we're going to have a 1x3. Then we have a 1x8. Another modified 1x4 and then a 2x3 white tile in there. Then across each window here you can see we've got 4 studs still showing. They're going to be covered with double cheese wedges in white. All the way around. And then we do the same across the back here. That's kind of the tiling done on the top there. Just push that to the side a moment. We're going to build a pole. So we start with a dark bluish grey 1x1 round. No, sorry, normal 1x1. Then we stick a round white, then a blue and a white. Then we have a gold 1x1 round. Stick the blue in there. Another gold on top. So we've got one like this. We need to build another one now, 2 of these. So that like that, 1 of these. There's our dark bluish grey 1x1. Then a white, a blue, a white, gold, blue, and gold again. These are 2 poles. They go either side of that little harbour type thing we've built. So we leave a 1 stud gap. And stick those either side. And then we're going to actually build the gondola, I think. So we're going to get a 2x2 round black with a stud in the middle. See again. There it is, facing down. That's going to go on there. And now we're going to build the gondola. So to start the gondola off then we need a 2x6 in black plate. Stick a 1x8 over one side of it, so we have a 1 stud overhang, and stick a 2x8 next to that, and stick a 1x6 plate into the base. Then we get a longer plate here, straight down the middle with 2 studs overhanging, and a 1x4 plate next to that, and along this longer plate we stick a 1x2, and then we've got 2 1x2 jumper tiles. There's another one, then a 1x2 plate next to that. Then we'll stick a 1x4 plates on the other side of the other one we stuck on earlier, and then we'll add another couple of 1x2s into the middle section that we just added. So we've got something like this at the moment. Now we're going to add these curved pieces here. We've got 2 on each end, gives us this kind of gondola shape. Then in the middle we'll stick 2 of these black panels, these 1x4 panels. Into the middle. Then we add some 1x6 plates on top of these curved pieces we've just added. Not to break it as I do this. And then we stick a 2x4 red into the jumper tiles in the middle here, like that. Then we've got another couple of 1x2 red tiles. Let's go in the middle here, coming off the middle red bit. Then we add 2 1x6 black tiles on top of these curved pieces to hide the studs. Then we'll put that down. We'll get another one of these curved pieces. We'll stick a 1x3 red tile on top of that and a single cheese wedge. Then we have a 1x2 that goes across and a 1x1 in front of that. Then in the middle there we'll get a pearl gold macaroni tile and wedge it in. Bit of an illegal move I think, but it's cool actually. Got to put a tile in there and then another plate, then we wedge it in like this. It's like the back, so then we'll stick that into our middle section there. Give us the rear, I think that's the rear of the gondola. Then we stick some more 1x6 tiles on the front on these curved pieces. Then we'll do the front bit. So another one of these curved pieces. 1x2 plate at the back. The large sloped piece there with the cheese wedge on top. Actually, this might be the back actually. It goes into the other gap there. So now we end up with this, which is our gondola. And then if we go back to our front here where we've stuck this round piece, we actually stick the gondola there. Then we're actually going to make the man that pushes the gondola. I don't actually know what the name of the gondola man is, if that's the right word, or lady. Black legs, got a printed torso, almost like a pirate type torso. He's got a bearded smiley face, he's got a moustache at least, and he's got the survivor hat on there, which always reminds me of Jurassic Park. And then he's got one of these large sticks so he can push the gondola along. And so he's going to be on a pose back of the gondola, making it look like he's pushing. So if we go to the wide camera, you can see that's the gondola there, and he's with his pole pushing it along, ready to deliver the kids here to the entranceway if kids want to go in that way. Sort of child, I don't know. Another minifigure here that's in a sitting position, maybe going in the gondola. Has a camera in his hand. Stick a black round tile on the front of that. He's got a big smiley face. He's enjoying himself, he's probably on holiday, and he's got a dark red baseball cap on top there. He then is sitting in the gondola. Just position him there. Then we've got 2 children. So we've got black short legs here going on a grey top. child's head with freckles, and he's got black hair, and he has what looks like a dangerous looking nuclear ice cream in the instructions, but it's like green coloured ice cream cone. Then there's another child, it's actually an adult actually, nice bright yellow trousers, bit of a flamboyant top. There's a lady with some lipstick on, some blonde hair, and they're actually pictured around the other side of the model, and they're walking along the path, but of course there's no studs here, so they're not going to stand up properly, but they're walking along the outside. So that's the end of what is. I will stick them inside the library just so they can stand up. So that's that bit all done. Now we're going to build the next level, still in the same bag that we were in a minute ago. So we've got a large 2x16 plate and a 2x8. We're going to overhang this by one stud here and connect that like this. This gives us the floor for the next one. Then we add another 2x8 there. Another one in there like this. Just continue building out this floor here. We've got a 4x8 going in. We're going to go crossways. Continue across here like this, and then we've got a 2x4, 2x6 to go on here, and then we have a 2x8, so I've got one stud gap, continues to stick out there. Do that again. And we stick a large plate on there, finish off another plate there, and then to finish off the floor we'll stick another one in here. So there's our sort of frame there. Add some more to cover up this middle bit here. So we have a 1x6 which goes across, a 1x2, and a 2x6, 1x6, 2x2, 1x2, another 1x6, and a 1x2. I just realised on the gondola man, I forgot. I think it was on the gondola man. He's got a little mask. Let's have a look. I did. Got to make a little adjustment. It's actually got one of these little red mask pieces, like a little handkerchief around his neck. So it looks like that at the back, with his hat going back. There's our base, so we're ready to do the next level. So let's just flip through. So we're up to bag 13. There are 17 bags, sets of bags in this, so still got a bit to go on this one. I'll build the walls out for this next section and then some detail inside, and then we'll have the roof to do. There is just one level on this next bit, so it won't go on forever. So now we're going to start here at the front. We've got these inverted slope pieces. They start us off. We then have a 1x4 in white, then another inverted piece, then have a 1x2, another inverted piece, and a 1x4 and another inverted piece there. Then we're going to cover those. We'll stick a 2x6 on the outer inverted piece and then a 2x8 on the next one. And at the back here we've got two 1x6 plates, if I can find them. Just run across the back. There's one. I've got to do a one stud in step from it. There we go, just added those. Then on here we're going to stick one of these slopes with the 1x2 at each end. Then we'll leave a stud, got 1x2 in, two studs, 1x2 in, and another two studs, and a 1x2 tile in there. Then across the front of all of this we're going to stick some of these 1x4 fences in. Then we get some 1x1 tiles. Some 1x1 plates on in the tile. Same on the other end. So we've got this kind of veranda-y type situation going on here. Then we're going to stick a 1x4, 3 studs from the ends. And a 1x4 plate goes on top of each of those. Then we're going to build sort of two windowy type pieces, so just slide that to the side. We'll get a couple of 2x6 plates. We'll get these sloped pieces again, one at each end. A 1x1 plate behind each of those. One by two tile goes in the middle at the front. Then we'll stick a 1x1 tile on these plates we just stuck in. And then at the back we stick another fence piece in behind the tile to look like this. Then we get some more of these inverted slope pieces, stick 2 in each end. Then with those in position where we've got these 1x4s, we now stick those around it like this. And around this side we're going to stick another load of 1x4s in, 3 from the ends, with a 1x4 plate on, and another one for over there, and again with another plate on it. To the side, and then we do another 2 of these window pieces, so 2x6s again, stick these slope pieces each end. By 2 tile, then we'll do the 1x1 plates at the back. That in the middle, so that's those 2 done. And again we stick our fence at the back. And then we'll stick the inverted pieces each end. And like that, and same as we did before, these go then around our 1x4s that we've stuck on like that now, so we've got kind of some window details. Now we're going to build a wall, so we get a 1x8, stick a log brick on, and then we'll stick our 1x2 with the studs on the side with the tiles on. Stick another 1x8 on top of that. Another 1x8 there. 1x6 on top. Another log brick. Another 1x2 on the side and a tile. So we've got that like that. There's the base of our wall again. Then we have our masonry bricks. Like this now. And 6. slowly getting higher and higher. By 8 again, and we'll put 1x2s with the studs on the side. Must nearly be there. Then we've got log bricks, one there, another one this end, well 1x6, and a 1x8. Make 3 bricks each end. This is probably the last bit of the wall, hopefully, and then yeah, we'll stick this now across this end of the building here. We can go on, hopefully we can line it up properly. So there's one wall already put in there, so you can see it's still continuing the architectural detail. Next up we're going to put some columns in, ready for the windows. One there, one there. Then we get our arch piece. Stick 2 into the bottom of the arch again. Stick that on top of our columns. Then we're going to build the windows. So build them in position this time. So run them across the back here. Usual format, 2x2 for these larger ones. And then the smaller ones on top, 2 of those. Then move on to our next one. Sticks on top of our columns, and we'll do the windows again. And then the small windows as well. And then move on to the next window, so the 2 columns go on again. And then we'll do our windows again. that's the end of bag 13 now, so we've actually just added in this sort of window here, this large one. Some more windows to do in this set of bags. Actually, we're going to make a grand piano in this one. So to start us off with a grand piano, then we start with a 1x6, and then we're going to stick 3 2x3s in black into that plate. Goes in like this. Then next to that we'll stick a 1x4 plate. We have a curved plate there and a 1x3 plate, and then we stick a 2x4 across the bottom there. Stick that in. It's starting to look a good grand piano-y type. Then we have a 1x3 plate, a 1x4, and a 1x2 goes on the ends, just like that. Then we have a macaroni brick that comes in across this end, and then we'll stick a 1x1 each end of that in black, and then we have another one, macaroni that is, it goes the other way, S is round, has a 1x2, then we have a 1x1, goes inside here. We have one of these pieces here, goes in the middle, and another 1x1 down this end. So you can see the grand piano-y shape is forming. Might even be a little nod to the Lego Ideas grand piano. So then we stick some gold grill pieces in the back here. 3 of these to make sort of a string look, I guess. Then we're going to do the keys, which of course is the white grill. Ooh. Fourth one, so you can see our keys at the front of the piano, and we stick a 1x2 plate in. We have a hinge piece, of course, because we need to do the whoa, hey Ryder, welcome to the stream. We're going to put a hinge in. We're just on the second larger building, doing the first floor after we've done the ground floor. You've just joined us, so I think there's like a concert piano type thing going on here. So we're just building a grand piano that's going to sit on this level. We've got these levers now that go in, going on top there. Then we stick a 1x6 plate right across our keys at the front, and we stick a 1x1 tiles either end of the keys. Then we'll stick a 1x6 tile on top of the plate we just added. We'll flip it over, add some legs, so we use 3 telescope pieces in black. Just going in there to give us our grand piano some legs. And wait, put that to the side. We'll make the top of the piano now, so we get a 2x4. Stick another 2x4 just there, and another curved brick 1x3, and then we'll stick the insert part of the hinge into the bottom there. And if we come back in here, hopefully click that hinge in, then you can use the lever as the thing that's propping up the piano. So there's our grand piano. You can see the gold strings inside there as well, which is looking pretty good. So if we bring back in our next level then, which is this one, this is going to go and sit over here. Where are we? Oh, where are we? 2, 4, 6 studs over. Ah, no, you know what I've done here? I've made a boo-boo. Our hole here is supposed to be over here. Let's just do some little repair work. So we need to just shuffle these windows around. This large balcony actually needs to be on the other side. It's a bit of a mess. And I missed that. Do a little bit of a repair work here, swap that over there. And our large balcony type piece needs to go over this side. Then we had just flick back a second, bear with me. Up there, our wall goes on, will go on there. Leave 4, then we leave 2, then we leave 4, so those, oh. Those go on about there. Making some minor adjustments. Bear with me. Over here, swap all my windows and that round. Stick our wall back on there. Right, that's better. We fixed it. So then we put the grand, put back to the grand piano. Then the grand piano is going to go here about 6 studs over, 2, 4, about there. Out there, I reckon. There's our grand piano in position. And of course the pianist needs a little stool to sit on, so we get a 2x2. We'll stick some 1x1 rounds into the bottom of that. So it's just in front of the piano, and then here's our pianist. He's got some braces on, red shirt, yellow tie, dark blue trousers, smiley face and black wavy hair. He's going to be sitting at the piano. So there he is, playing away. Now we're going to turn our attention to the back. Here we'll do some windows, so we're going to put columns in. Again, then we do another arch. So these 1x1 rounds, 2 in each base of the arch. Goes to the top of our columns. Then we get our 4 long windows. Two, 3 and 4. Then we stick the smaller windows on top, so 2 of those. And then we'll stick 2 1x4 plates stuck together on top of our windows. So that's the window at the back done. Then we're going to do the brick wall that's going to sit in the middle here. To do that we get a 1x2 masonry brick and stick it in the middle of a 1x4. Stick another 3 1x4s on top, like this, and then we'll add another 5 on top of that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got this large piece of wall here, and that's going to go between our 2 windows, just in there. And we'll do our next window. So stick some columns in. Do our archway. This is a little repetitive, I must admit. These windows, they do look pretty good when they're done. smash it up, another 2 more. And then another 2 1x4s snapped together. One on top. Then we'll build another wall. Move this out of the way a moment. It's going to be a bit more of a detailed wall. So 1x4s again. Stick them together in this fashion. Then we have a 1x1. Move it over by 1 more there, my bad. Stick a 1x1 with a stud on the side there. And then a regular 1x1 next to that. Then we have a normal 1x1, 1x2, another 1x4 there, and a 1x2, 1x1 at the top, and then a 1x2 next to it, like this. Then in the middle here we're going to add 1x4 in white. That then has a 1x1 each end. And in the middle we stick a 1x2 with a slider in. Then we stick a white arch piece with a gold insert again. That goes on the slider piece, and then either side we'll put 2 1x1 white bricks coming up the side of the window. Then we just need to build each side of the window up. So then we do that, that, that. Just like this, and then we're going to stick an archway over the window in the middle there. Stick a 1x4 plate on top to level that off, and there's a little wall there. We're going to then add another row. So we've got a couple of 2x4s and a 1x2. Then another row, one more row of masonry bricks, and then we'll do a drain pipe. So in these holes we'll stick Technic claws again. And our standard approach to the drain pipe. And then that sticks down the outside of the wall like this. We come back into our level here. It's going to go between these windows here now. Just added that window there. Then we've got to finish off by doing this window on this side. This will be the end of this bag, I should think. So put our columns in, another arch. Oh, itchy nose. Then we've got 4 large windows again. And then we'll top the tops of these windows off with the usual 2 1x4 plates stuck together. So that's the end of bag 14. So we've got a grand piano and we've started to do most of the walls on the outside of this. So open bag 15. Got 2 sets of bags left to go after this one. I think this is going to do most of the detail of this inside of this building. Then we'll be doing the roof probably in the last couple of bags. So first up in this bit, we're going to actually put some detail around this hole where the staircase comes up. So we've got a 1x6, we've got a large 1x1. We need 3 1x3s, and we need a couple of corner bricks. So to start off with, then we stick a 1x6 down here, 1x3, then a corner brick facing outwards. Our long 1x1x5 goes in the corner. The 4 studs, put a 1x3, corner, 1x3. Then we get another 1x1. I think this is by 5 again. Got a couple of 1x6s, a 1x3 and a 1x4. Just going to build this wall up a bit more. Then we're going to add a doorway. So at the top of the stairs is going to be a door. Be plain white door actually. Open it inwards this way. So it's just a normal regular door. That's going to go over here. As you step up, you go through a door into like the classroom. And we've got a 1x8, 1x2, couple of corner bricks. 1x3, so then we'll just build this centre piece up again. We need a 1x6, smaller 1x1, then we need a couple of 1x2s. Some 1x1, so 1x1x3 goes on, 1x2 next to it, leave a 2 stud gap, 1x6 then we have a 1 and another 1. Whoa. Just going in there. Then we need a couple more 1x1s. Add it either side of the door. Then we've got some windows. So where we've left the gaps, we're going to put 3 arched windows in with the inserts in. So 1 in here. And we've got 2 over on this side. And it's a 1x1 and a 1x6 again, going across. And we add our arches over the window. Another 1x1, and then some more 1x1x5 bricks to make like a new doorway over here as well. And then we'll put another door in. Goes between these two here, like that. Then we've got a couple of 1x8s, another corner brick, and a couple of 1x2 bricks. Put the 1x8s right across here. Corner brick. 1x2s in. Then we need corner brick, 1x1 and a 1x4. I'm just going to put the corner brick in here, and then a 1x4 and a 1x1 just above the doorway. And then we're going to tile that, so we'll get 1x4 tile, a 1x1 and a 1x6, I think, in white. So it just goes across here. Then we've got a couple of 1x8s and a couple of 1x2 tiles just to tile up this middle section here. This is as high as it's going to go. And we're going to build like a lectern type looking thing. So we'll start with a 2x2 round with a stud in the middle and stick on one of these 1x1 round with a pin onto the stud, and then we stick the clip here and stick a 3 length rod there and a 1x2 with a clip on each side, and then we stick a 1x3 tile to make it look like there's something there to read. That then goes over here in this classroom. Just need to move it over a stud, a bit too far out. Just in there like that. Don't know if it's an easel or it's sheet music. Then we'll put a stall in the corner of the room, so a couple of 1x2s. And then we've got a 2x6 tile to give us the top of the stall there. And we've got a little boy here with a jumper on and the minifigure children legs, a smiley face on, and spiky hair, and he's actually playing the saxophone. So there's a minifigure saxophone. That's the first one I've actually used. So there he is. He's going to be playing the saxophone in the room next door. It's a music school, reading his sheet music. And now we can do the next wall, which is probably going to go between these windows here. So let's start. I think that's a one. It's a little tricky to actually read these. To see where the lines are on these instructions, but I think we build something like this. We'll find out in a minute if I'm wrong. And then with the one stud gap each end, we'll stick one of these white plates in the middle. And onto that we'll stick the slider to see where some windows are going to go. Here, 4 of these 1x2 sliders, and we stick another 1x8 plate on top of those. Then we start to put some more on. We leave a gap, so leave a 1x2 gap, 1x1 at the ends, and then a 1x2 plate just in the middle there. Then we get a larger 1x2x2, that's going to go in the middle, and then we put 1x1s at each end, 2 of those on top of each other. Then of course we put our arch windows in the middle between those. One there, there's the other one, there's the other one. Stick our gold inserts in there. And then on top of that, of course, we stick our arches. Finish this off at the top, we'll stick another row of 4 1x2 sliders. Stick a 1x8 plate across all of that. Then we actually get 10 1x1s, stick them in 5s into a column. 4, 5. Same on the other ends. Goes on this side, and then we do another load of masonry bricks across the top. So 1x2 there, and then a couple of 1x4s run right across the top like that. Then we do it again. And then we take this, and we're going to insert this into this gap here, as I said. So it's now in position there. Then we have to build our last window here, down here. So we've got a couple of columns on first. And it's our archway. Stick our 1x1 rounds at the bottom of that. Into the columns. Then we'll do our windows. These should be, I think, the last windows for today and for this set. Then we'll do the smaller one, two of the smaller ones at the top. And then we get two 1x4 plates again, stick them together, stick them at the top, all the windows. Now that's done, we just need to do this last wall, so just slide that out of the way. So we construct another wall, probably it's our last wall, thankfully. Stick some 1x8s on top here. And 1x6 on top. Then we've got a log brick 1x2 masonry brick. We'll stick our tiles on the side there. Then we've got a log brick. We're going to put a 1x1 and a 1x1 with a stud on. So there's the one with the stud. There's a normal one, then another one with a stud. Like we did earlier where the clock was hanging on the inside of the wall. Then a 1x3, 1x8, and a log brick. Got to stick these 1x1s in there. And we've got masonry bricks. tiles on there and there. And our 1x8s go right across here, hopefully. We're getting there. We're getting there. 1x6. Missing a 1x2 white tile. Can't quite see it. That's right in front of me. Need to put one on the end over here. Missing one at the minute, but I'm sure it will turn up. Let's carry on. Log brick each end. 6 1x8. And we'll just stick our masonry bricks in, and again we're going to stick a clock on the wall there on our studs. There, 1x2. I'm missing a 1x2. One in the bag. Didn't want to come out, so we'll stick that one to the end. So there's our wall again. It's going to bring back in our model here. It's going to finish off this end. Of the construction. So now we've got all of the walls on. I have to open bag 16 now. I wonder if that was supposed to go at the back. Never mind. Open bag 16. We're going to need some oversized parts. So we've got 2 of these dark tan 16x16s. Four of those. And 2 of these. There's quite a lot of these left in here. Where we're going to start do the tiling to finish this top bit off, and then we'll start doing the roof, and then we'll be done for today and the model will be complete. Let's take this out. First up then, we're going to start to tile, or plate should I say, like we did earlier. So first off we get these 2 plates across all these windows. Easier said than done. The fence fell off on the outside, stick that back on. So we've got 2 of those, there's one. And we'll stick that one on there. Let's level that up. Then we've got corner plates at each end of the window. This plate goes across all of those windows. Then we'll just work our way around the top of the model now. plate on there. Same goes out on this window as well. Then we'll stick a 2x2 in the middle again. Then continue moving down this wall. Whoa. And we'll stick a couple of corner plates on this window. Two by two in the middle there. And we need a 1x2 there. And another corner plate just down here. Then we have another corner plate there, and then just a 1x6, I think, just to finish us off there. So that's that all plated. Now we're going to tile it. So start with some white 1x8 tiles, two of those straight across there. Another one. Then we'll have a 1x6, I think. Yeah, 1x6. Another 1x8 there. Then a modified 1x4 with the two studs on to attach the roof. Then another 1x8. We'll have another modified one here. 1x8 again, going across the back. Then another 3 of those 1x8s. 1, 2, 3. Just got to finish off this side, so we need another 1x8 tile if I can find it, and 2 more 1x4s modified. There's one. Where's the other one? 1x8 is stuck on the plates. There's the 1x8, and then our last 1x4 modified is hiding from us. Can't see him. Well, there he is, hiding. Right, so that's all that tiled now. So this level is almost complete. All we've got to do now is on these outside windows here, is like we did on the other level, put double cheese wedges in white across the tops. So that's one side, and then spin it around. Do the same for this side. So that's all of that now. So I'll show you on the wide angle again. The completed outside out of that level. See what that looks like. It's pretty cool. Then inside we've got grand piano and a kid playing the saxophone as well. So that now should bring back this level fit on top like this. Going to adjust the drain pipe a little bit. There we go. So that's now the next level of our large building. Looking there, looks a bit, does remind me a little bit of the town hall in terms of the colours. And then on this side where we've got the gondola going as well. So that's that one. Now we've just got to do the roof. The roof. So we start with one of our 16 by 16 plates here. And we overhang by one stud. There's 2 by 8. Stick a dark tan on there. And we have 2 by 6. Does the 2 by 6 overhang? Not sure. We'll find out. 1 by 8 there, another overhang here. It's hard to see from these instructions if I should overhang these bits. I haven't at the moment, so I might need to adjust it in a minute, but we'll see. And we've got a long 2 by 16 on. Continues 1 by 8s on here. Then we add our other 16 plate there. We have another 2 by 8. Judging by this end piece, we've done it correctly by not overhanging the ends. The 2 by 8 there. We have another overhang there. Stick our dark tone on onto that. Then our other 2 by 16 goes on. Add 1 by 8 across there as well. There's our sort of roof looking there. Then we also add a 1 by 4 and a 1 by 1. Goes there and there by the look of it. Then we stick a 1 by 2 and a 1 by 2 plate on top of each other. Then along this side we get a white Erling brick, and we've got our masonry bricks with the masonry facing inwards, so we get the single line going across. Let's move this across here and here. And when we get to the end, we'll want an inverted 2 by 2 brick there, and then we'll just continue this pattern of masonry brick and Erling brick all the way along the side. Just like that. Not just like that, because there's a gap there. side, this one stud off, slide everything along. So that's that. Then we're going to come along this side now, and this time instead of the Erling bricks we have these inverted 1x2 bricks instead. And we'll continue this down here. Stop about there, and then we'll have another one and an inverted one at the ends. Then coming down this side, it's back to the Erling pattern, so Erling brick, masonry brick, repeat. One more Erling brick. And we need another Erling brick down this end, and then we'll stick the inverted sloped piece on the ends. Then we'll resume the pattern, masonry big slanted brick. Then we leave 4 studs here at the front and break the pattern, and then continue the pattern from the other side. So I'm missing. Did I go wrong somewhere? Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's right. 1, 2. That's there. That's all right. So I'm just missing an inverted. So that is right in front of me. Duh. Right. So that's that. Now we've got that all the way around, we're going to use these nice bright orange pieces, plates, and stick them all the way around. 2x4 here. It's too many. Da, da, da. Right, so 2x10 there, then 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and another one. Goes right across there. We've got a 1 and 6 there. This one goes right across. So there we go. So now we've got all the plates around that. I'll do the same again. Double thickness of plates going around each end. And we'll put that to the side at the moment. And we're going to build two 2x6s and a 2x8. Build the ends now of the roof. And then put a 2x4 on there. She wants to build 3 of these. Let's build another one. There's another one, and then we'll do another one. Then we'll stick at the end a 1x2 each end plate, then a 2x2 plate at each end, and then into these we'll stick a 1x2 brick to make something like this. Just repeat that process again for the other ones. So those 3 are now built. If we bring back in our roof, we're going to have one either end here. You can see how this gives us the sort of roof shape. This goes in this end, and this one go about middle. Goes in there. So now we've set that up. Then we've got 2 of these 2x6s in orange. Just going to add these 2 studs in next to each other, like that. Then we'll connect this plate across here. This is sort of like that, and then we'll stick one of these tiles in there. And we've got another 2 of those. This goes across here. Put a 2 by 2 there. Then another row plate there. And over this side, plate. And over this side, another plate. Then to finish this off, we do what we did on the other side here. Just put these 2 dots of orange ones in. That's the end of the bag. So you can see the roof is starting to take shape. Bag 17, which is the last bag. Those, and we need 11 of these oversized pieces. And then we'll all be done. With seagulls in here as well, and then we've got all these tiles to go on top of the roof. So let's finish this off. Spin this round. We're going to add 6 2x4s, 3 on each end, 2 studs in, add those in there to keep that sort of pointy end. We're going to use 2 of the oversized pieces. Just continue the roof there. Then another one down here. And another 2. One there. One on the other side. Then we get 2, stick them together. We also get another 2x4 in orange, stick that there, 2 stud gap, and then create this piece here. We then add another 2 of these oversized pieces to it. And another orange piece all the way down. That's then going to go in the middle here. Give us our final edge of the roof. Then we spin it round to here, and in this area here we're going to add some inverted 1x2 bricks and some corner bricks. Just like that in that centre piece there. Then we're going to add some 1x4s each side. And a 1x2 in the middle. Then we get a white jumper 1x2, gold 1x1 plate, and a 1x1 round brick, and a 1x1 with a tooth piece that goes on top. And we stick that into the back of our piece like this. And just in front of that we're going to stick another arched roof, window even, with a insert again. That goes just in front of what we've just created. So we have a little window there. And we stick another plate behind that, and we stick two 2x3s there, just behind. Make sure they're stuck on first. Stick on like that. Then we get our last oversized piece here. Stick a 2x4, 2 studs in from the side. And we have a 1x4, and then we stick another 2x4 on top. That then goes in our last gap at the back there. Then we stick a 1x4 orange tile and a 2x3 plate in orange off the top of this white area here. We then have a couple of arches that we stick at the front, and we stick a 1x1 white round either side of the window. Then on top of that we stick these curved pieces on top of our 1x1 rounds over the window. And then on the studs there we stick a white cheese wedge back to back. And a 2x6 in orange all the way, so our sort of window is looking pretty cool. Looks like that. Now with that done, we can start to put some tiles on. So we've got 4 of these orange ones, 1 of these lighter ones, and 1 darker one. Just put the tiles on this part here coming out. Then let's just finish the tile in there. So that's the top of that little aspect window. Then moving along here, we're going to stick on 2x4 tile. Oh, wrong one. I've done it the wrong way around again. Probably. A little chimney sticking out the top. I've clearly deviated from the instructions at this point, but that will do for me. Let's just, while we're here, bear with me a second. Just going to do a switcheroo. to swap this round for the chimney. Make sure we was in the right vicinity. Right, so that goes there. Then we have a 2x4 there, and we have a 2x3 in orange there. Then we continue down this side is the 2x2 tile, 2x3, 2x4 across the main area here. And just finish it off. That's the top of the roof sort of tiled there. And now we're going to start our rows of tiling down this side. The tiling going on, and a bit more. And then the final row for this part of the roof. That's that section done. And we go over onto this smaller section here. There we go, so that's that front bit done now, all one side of the roof tiled up. So now we'll flip round and we'll do the last part of this roof, and then we'll be done for the day, almost. Orange, two light ones, a dark one and a light one. Two dark ones here. We've got two dark, three of these bright orange ones. And we're nearly here. Dark one. And then our final row, three of these bright orange ones, and one of those light ones. That's all the tiling done on the roof. Of course, we've got some gaps, like a chimney, so we get two 2x3s, got a round 2x2, and then 2 round 1x1s, and we'll stick a 2x3 orange tile on that. That goes in this gap we've got down here. There's another chimney there, and then we've got some seagulls, which we can place as 1, 2. So the seagull, spin this round, they're up here on this sort of part of the roof there, and then there's another one sort of positioned down on that lower part of the roof there like this. So that's the roof. Let's bring in what we've done so far, and then this is going to clip on here hopefully. There you go. So that's the roof. Let's go to a wide angle. That's it now with the roof on top. Lift it up a little bit so you can see. That's kind of what it looks like. Try and spin this around without dropping it anywhere. And then on the other side here with the gondola, you can see that that's all positioned in there. And then if we look at, there's a little bit in the box. In terms of positioning this set together, it will probably be positioned like this. By the look of it, you actually have it going sideways like this, with the canal around here and then large school over here. And this will be the main waterway, so you drop kids off for school over here, or you usually just use the paths over there. So that's it. So that's the end of this build. Let me just get rid of my iPad out of the way so I can drag this a little bit closer for you. So that's kind of how it looks. It's pretty cool. I like the colours. I like the roof as well. It's kind of quite nice the way that it gives the illusion that like sun or dirt is changing the different tiles, and then you can sort of see how it looks from that angle. If you were to have it like this, you could have it round this way. So if you had a city with some waterways, you could quite nicely use this. It's a pretty impressive building. It's quite nice architectural detail, to be honest. So that's going to be the end of the stream for today. So let me go back to the main camera, and I'll try and give you another shot of this. Here we are. Pretty cool colours. So just to show you on this camera, lift it up again, try not to drop it. You can see the bit more of the details there. There's the gondola side, and then there's the roadway side, and that looks pretty good when it's next to the little building we built last week. And that's kind of how the set will be displayed. So if you enjoyed this stream, then do hit that like button, as it helps others sort of find the channel. As I mentioned, next weekend we're going to be starting the Sanctum build, so we do that in 2 parts. So join me back at the same time next week for the kickoff of that. And as I mentioned earlier as well, I've stuck a poll in the community tab as well. So if you want to vote on what we build next after the Sanctum, then do go and have a look. Before I started the stream, I think New Camp or Camp New was in the lead alongside the Castle, Lion Castle. So if you want to say on what we build next on the channel, then do pop over there and cast your vote as well. And whatever you're doing for the rest of your weekend, enjoy it and stay safe, and I'll see you next weekend.